Conditions or factors necessary for siting a fish pond, Before we can have a fish pond, before we can site a fish pond, before we can make use of a land for a fish pond, there are some factors we would have to consider for doing this. Number one is adequate water supply. You have to make sure the particular place you want to have your fish pond as water, there must be adequate water supply. There must be constant supply of water of good quantity and quality. The water can be from the stream, from the lakes, river, irrigation canals, spring, etc. Good quality water is necessary because it will provide oxygen and food to the fish. It creates a medium of waste discharge and reproduction. The water should not have a bad smell, taste, or color, and should not be too moldy and must be free from pollination. So the water that you use must not have a bad smell. The taste and color must not be there. It must be colorless and must be tasteless. It should not be too muddy, and it must be free from pollution. The soil in the area. Soil in the area must be fertile so as to supply nutrients to the fish. It should be clay because of the availability to hold water, which is very important in the fish pond construction. Soil with too much sand or gravel is too good and would not retain water. So you should know that the soil in that area must be clay. And we should not make use of sandy or gravel because it is not so good and it would not retain water. But for the clay has the availability to hold water. Vegetation of the area. Low vegetation, especially the grassland, are preferred. Woody sites are not suitable because clearing and stumpling will greatly increase the cost of setting up the fish pond. For the vegetation of the area, you must make sure it is a low vegetation area, and you can make use of a grassland. It's very preferable. You should avoid using woody sites because they are not suitable, because you have to spend excess money in clearing the sites, in stumpling, and this one will reduce the cost and it will increase the cost of settling the fish pond. But once you are using a grassland, no, it will just be easy for you to make your fish pond. We also have topography. The shape of the land should allow for easy draining and filling of the pond with water. For the topography, the shape of the land should allow for easy draining and filling the pond with water. The water must flow from a place that is higher than the pond so that the water can flow into the pond directly. If not, the need for water pump would arise, and this will increase the cost of the project. So for the shape of the land, we would have to make sure the shape where the water would flow from should be high than the pond itself. So it would make so that when you are pulling the water in, the water will just flow directly to the fish pond. And if there is not this, then you have to make use of a water pump. And when you make use of a water pump, it increases the cost of the project. However, fish pond can be constructed on a flat or level ground, but lots of soil have to be removed to create the slope. The land can be flat, it can be a level ground, but you have to add a lot of soil so that to create the slope. The slope, just have to slope it down. The higher part will be where the water will be coming from, and the water will be coming straight into the pond. Availability of fast-growing fish. Fingerlings of baby fish for stocking a fish pond should be the type that can grow fast and mature within a very short period of time. The use of improved varieties, that's different breeds, in stocking fish ponds make fish farming more profitable. So we have to make use of a fingerlings or baby fish that are fast growing and they would get mature easily and just for a very short period of time. So we can make use of improved varieties too, and it makes the fish farming more profitable. Availability of supplementary feedstuff. Supplementary feeding is done to ensure rapid growth of fish and allow high stocking density. Artificial or compound feeds in form of pellets are used to supplement the natural feed. The addition of fertilizers also promotes the rapid growth of planktons. That's the natural fish food in the ponds. So for the supplement, we have to make sure we give them supplementary food, supplementary feeds, so that it would, the fish will just start growing rapidly.